Hey besties, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new here, I'm Simone and in this video we will be breaking down 3 weekly spreads that you can use for your bullet journal. Now let's get started. These spreads are perfect for beginners and can be customized to your taste for any theme or design. Our first spread is a box theme and I added some floral doodles. I've done this spread quite a few times in the past and I love it because of its versatility. With or without doodles, it's a simple, cute, and aesthetically pleasing spread. As always, when sketching, I reference my grid guide to make sure all my boxes are evenly spread and are the same size. When reading a grid guide, the number in the center designates the space between 2 dots, so make sure you're counting the space between the dots and not the dots themselves. Remember, every grid guide is different depending on the size of your journal. These boxes I'm making are 11 by 17. My first box starts in the top right corner of the left page because I want to leave the left side for my title and mini calendar. There will be 3 boxes on the first page and 4 on the second page. To create the heading for each box, I leave 2 spaces on either side and go 1 space above and 1 space below. For this spread, I knew I was going to add a doodle to each of the boxes, so I sketched out these little blobs that will eventually become the canvas for my doodles. Finally, I add my title and calendar. Now it's time to outline. The key to a clean outline is the quality and thickness of the pen you use. For all my outlining, I use my Prismacolor fine tip pens in a variety of thicknesses. For this spread, all my borders and text except for the mini calendar are in 08 and the calendar and flowers are in 03. Don't be fooled by the speed of these clips. Take your time when outlining and make sure to be gentle with each pen stroke. There's nothing wrong with physically turning your journal to allow for a more natural movement. Now for some color. I'm using a fall color gradient with my Tombow markers that I used all throughout my September layout. Again, the versatility of this spread allows for a single color or a palette of colors. Color possibilities are truly endless, so do whatever fits your mood and style. Now that we're all colored in, time to add my weekdays, date, and some simple flower doodles. For the days and date, I wrote in cursive and thickened all the downstrokes of my days to make them bolder. Pinterest is my main source of inspiration and where I got the idea for these little flower doodles. I think this spread came out super cute and I love how much the color gradient made the simple spread really pop. Hey bestie, if you made it this far, show some love by giving this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if there's anything else you'd like to know. Now, back to the video. On to the next. This spread is the simplest of the 3. I start by using my grid guide to evenly space out 4 titles on each page going down. I use an upside down L to show where the title is going to go and make sure it is evenly spread. These titles are 9 spaces apart. Now I'll sketch my titles in cursive, but you can use whatever font you prefer. There will be 4 titles on each page, 1 for every day of the week, and the last one for notes. You could also use the last section for other things like goals, tasks, or maybe even a doodle. I didn't use any outlining for this spread. Instead, I'm going to go back and write out the text using my Crayola Super Tips in the same fall color gradient. To finish up this spread, I accent the downstrokes using a 03 fine tip pen. This simple spread is easy to do, especially when you don't have too much time. For the third spread, I'll be showing you a hanging calendar spread. I start by sketching 4 horizontal lines on both pages. I allow for more space between the top 2 lines than I do for the bottom 3. Also make sure to leave space at the top for the title and of course some doodles. I left 4 spaces at the top for the title, then the first section is 10 spaces apart, and the bottom 3 sections are 8 spaces apart. In this first section, I sketched the hanging calendar. I start with a rectangle that's 7 across and 9 down. I curved the bottom an extra space to the left and the top right of the calendar, and I added a diagonal line to make it look like the calendar is hanging off the line. In my bullet journal, I keep track of the weeks by number, so I'm writing week 38 for the year, but you can just write the month you're in or another title you prefer. I then erased enough of each line to sketch out each weekday in print. Outlining this spread is pretty straightforward. I just used the same method I did for the first two, using a 08 fine tip pen all throughout and a 03 for the calendar again. I doodled some little leaves at the top of the spread to tie in a theme and give the page some life. There isn't much to color for this spread. I highlighted week 38, added colored down strokes to the title, and colored in the leaves. This spread is also versatile, and I've done it in a variety of ways in the past. One of my favorite ways was when I used stickers I made with my Cricut in May for my birthday. This added a unique personal touch that I feel everyone should have in their bullet journal. All three of these spreads can be designed and customized in so many different ways. It all comes down to how creative you choose to be. So many bullet journalists will say that the aesthetic doesn't matter, but with a little attention to detail, you can have the best of both worlds. I always try to make sure my spreads are simple, cute, and aesthetically pleasing. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found these spreads to be useful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.